Aquarius, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for September. I'm going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Thank you for tuning in, for being here with me today. Let's get started. I have got a pre-shuffled oracle message I want to share with you. And this is beautiful. I mean, it's a very all-encompassing type of energy for the month for you. It's about the hero's journey. I'm going to put my glasses on so this stays in view with the viewfinder. Here we go. Look at all those doors that are opening for you here through the hero's journey. And the hero's journey is, when you think of it, it's what the tarot comprises. It's the origin story of great illumination. So you can see you're walking toward greater illumination this month. It's also a integration time where you're discovering that the things that you have survived have now become lessons. As painful as they were, pain in the hero's journey gets transformed, transmuted into holy wisdom. So there's something about your journey this month, Aquarius, where you are recognizing, almost, I feel like making peace with, surrendering the pain that you've experienced, so that you may become more wise. And you may be speaking with the divine about this in your form of guidance, whichever pathway that speaks to you the loudest. The question that you may be guided to really ponder this month is, what pain can be translated into holy wisdom? What have you survived in recent weeks or months or years for some of you on your hero's journey? It really is a beautiful offering, a beautiful surrendering when it's like you're not looking at things from a place of victimhood. You're recognizing that you're on this beautiful journey, and to trust in the light that is coming towards you, the light of wisdom. Okay, I love that. It's a very, very deep way of looking at your past, and I love seeing that, Aquarius. Let's get into your tarot messages. I'm going to go with my tried and true. This is the Astro Matrix tarot deck. I want to get into, because this started off with such a larger lens, it reminds me of when you go to those planetariums. And I remember there's one here on the college campus. I live somewhat close to Brown University, and some of the grad students, there's a planetarium. You could go certain nights of the week every month, and you can look. And I remember one time I went and you could see Saturn's rings and Jupiter. So we got to see both of those planets, and it was just fascinating. Fascinating. So you could be, the reason why I brought that image up and Spirit sent that to me is because you could be looking at a grander vision for your path. New dreams, new seeds are being planted. Yeah. And a deep, deep, like, soul remembrance. It feels big. It feels very big, Aquarius, where you are in your energy. Yeah, well, Knight of Swords, Three of Cups. Three of Cups can often be a rite of passage, but it's also a time to celebrate that rite of passage with your friends and move forward. It's like moving on with your life in a more positive direction, in a more positive frame of mind. All right, let's go into your recent past, though. Let's see what's going on here, Aquarius, for you. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Aquarius. And don't mind, I've got a cricket outside that I actually went out the side of my house because it was so loud in here right before I was about to record. And I was like, okay, cricket, we need to have a conversation here. Can you please just hop along and go like a little further away from my window? So if he didn't listen to me, I tried. Yeah, no wonder. We have the Three of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Here we go. The two cards that came out in the pre-shuffle. So, oh my God. Do you hear it? Do you hear it? I'm telling you, he's messing with me today. So you might have, there are no coincidences. I am filming later in the morning, and I have not heard him all morning, but right before I'm about to record. So there's something that I'm telling you, Spirit is really trying to get your attention this month with something. It could be something that you're hearing, literally, and it's like an echo. All right. He's just gonna, I hope that doesn't bother you all. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't really even edit it out. It's that loud. So I'm just going to ignore him. I'm going to ignore him. So we have the Nine of Wands here. Whenever I see the Nine of Wands, it's just so funny that right when I start talking about him, he just wants to make himself known this morning. So what is being made known in your awareness this morning around your journey of pain? What are you turning into holy wisdom? It's like, you're like, okay, so yeah, I've been a little bit, I don't think you've directly gone to battle with someone. I mean, it could be fighting amongst a group of friends or a particular friend that you're trying to move past, but I'm getting it more so you're trying to lighten the energy after things have been a little bit difficult. As you can see, this is the card of a warrior, and he's like still standing. He's leaning against this ninth wand. And it's the end of, once we get from the 9, we go to the 10. And the 10 is when you're ready to drop the burden, but you're not quite ready. So you've been going through something with either a group of people. It could be a family situation. Whenever I see 3 of Cups, it's a time to celebrate, though. But there's others involved. It can often signify community. But Aquarius, I am seeing that this need, like you've been fighting against something, and now it's time to drop it. I'm getting that. Spirit is saying drop whatever it is that you've been holding on to. Some of it's not even the literal fighting with others. It could be some aspect of self that you're trying to take and integrate the pain that you've, had to go through, that you've had to endure. This is our wounding, and turning that into holy wisdom. All right, now let's go into the overall general energy. Again, I'm so sorry about this. I hope it's not too disruptive. Or maybe you find it soothing. Maya Pomsky is like, not sure about this. She can hear it. All right. Ooh, nice, yeah. And whenever we go through this wounding, I'm not surprised we're seeing the strength. So this is indicative of taming the ego, taming that wildness within as far as letting a situation get out of control, looking at the bigger scope of things, the big picture of your life with the infinity. It's like, we go through these loops. So you could have been going through some sort of looping pattern with another person, and now you're trying to tame what it's elicited within you. All right, the opportunity, Knight of Pentacles, slow down the energy, Aquarius, because you've got some grieving to do. There's something that you're releasing this month so you can gain more clarity. There's some sort of truth that you're accepting and incorporating into your awareness. It feels like it has to do with some sort of external energy, but it's hit some sort of wound within you. And you've learned so much about yourself through these interactions. It could be one particular individual, or it could be a group of individuals. Let's clarify this. This strength card. I'm telling you, I tried to tell this little cricket to bugger off. And you might even be trying to, I feel like you're trying to release some heavier emotions, and you're moving through it kind of slowly, like it's moving like molasses. It's like you're like, I just want to move past this feeling, right? All right, now we have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of slow-moving energy. You could have had some conflicts come up in a work environment. Let's see. Overall general energy. Why are you being called on to exercise strength, inner strength? Whenever we see the Strength card, it is pulling on us in our awareness to dig deeper for forgiveness, for self-understanding. All right. I might have to close that window today. I still have a window unit in it, but the temps are starting to shift. Again, we have the Strength, the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely letting go of something, because whenever I see the Eight of Cups with the Four of Swords, you're in a time of healing and needing to pull your energy back to rest. I'm not going to get that guy to shut up. All right. So we have this need to rest, to pull, your energy back from a situation that has caused you to feel a lot of emotions. Oh my God. You know what? I feel like you got something that's really bothering you mentally. And because this cricket, it's so fascinating when I'm like, okay, Spirit, that's enough. Can you get this guy to please stop? please, because it's becoming intrusive, and that's what you're even asking Spirit. Like whatever you've been feeling, it's become a bit intrusive, and you're ready to let it go. You're ready to move on. You're ready to heal from something that's brought up a lot of emotions. I mean, we have like double strength. Whenever you look at double strength, it is this need to, I can't get over this. Okay. Thank you. I guess we had it's interesting. I did a fairy realm pull last night for myself, and I brought, and there's been a lot of like insects and stuff like that today. Like I opened up my bathroom cabinet and there was a spider, you know. I go outside and, you know, a squirrel, like literally almost step on his foot. So it's just, there's just been this really interplay between animals and people. Thank you, Spirit. But I feel like the fairies just helped me out because I had a very strong connection with the fairy realm late last night. And I just asked them, thank you. I appreciate that because I just didn't want it to interfere with me being the channel for this message. So, but let that speak loudly to you that whatever it is that this is why that happened. Whenever you have something that's really interfering with you mentally and it's making you feel a certain way, call on Spirit for assistance, for guidance. Okay. Ask them for help. Like I literally just asked Spirit to remove that cricket because it's interfering with my ability to be at peace in my mind. And so Spirit was always working on our behalf. So that happened, I think, because you needed to see that is how Spirit moves through you, this divine holy wisdom. Okay. So you are really learning on a very deep level about that within you, especially around something that you're trying to release and turn your back on. Don't turn your back on listening to that light worker call within and what that part of you needs. This is your soul's journey. So it's like the more you connect more deeply with this part of yourself, the stronger, it's like an ally. Your own soul self, your higher self is your ally in this lifetime. And the more you call upon that and you directly link with that, simultaneously with non-physical beings, non-physical higher dimensional awareness, it's like, I feel like it's interesting. This 3 of Cups energy may very well be more of you and your soul family that you can't even see, but it's there. Me just calling on the fairy realm this morning, right? Please help me with this insect. All right. So let that speak to you in your journey this month. You're definitely going through a very deep light worker activation on your hero's journey and around removing almost like the emotions that build up around a wounding event and knowing it's time to unpack it. Okay. And it's going to take patience, the opportunities for you to be patient with your path and see things from a new perspective with the Hangman. Okay. But moving slowly and surely, nonetheless, through. It's like you're moving through maybe what felt like at one point a tidal wave of emotional energy brought on by a lot of thoughts. Let's see. We have a King of Swords, the Hermit, and the 3 of Pentacles. You're deeply contemplative this month. Deeply contemplative around aligning with energies. Almost like you're saying, I only want to be aligning with energies that are at my frequency. Because when I tango with energies that are not, I compromise too much of my spiritual self around my own holy wisdom. There's something going on in your holy wisdom this month, going within and becoming illuminated around the people that I feel like you're moving slowly toward new people that are going to help you and assist you on your path, both personally and professionally. You could have a new project in the works that you're deeply contemplating at this time, and you're generating all the ideas and really, I feel like you're gathering information. The King of Swords is a intellectual pursuit of knowledge. So whether it's spiritual knowledge or literal knowledge around a subject matter that you need to utilize in your career or a new project endeavor, you have people coming in this month that you just need to take your time with. I am getting in September all across the board through every zodiac a common theme that there are new soul family members arriving in your life. And Spirit is saying these are spiritual soul I'm getting goosebumps. Spiritual soul family people that you're destined to be with, interact with, and meet, that are going to meet you on this next level of who you are becoming, that will assist you in raising your frequency and maintaining that. You're like, oh, I don't need to mess with lower vibrational people. I've cleared the way. I'm trusting spirit. Now it's time for me to align with higher vibe people, okay, that have done the work too. That's the thing. You can choose to interact with people who want to stay in 3D reality in ego, or you can make room in your life for the people that will align with you on a higher frequency. And I do believe that you're doing that. You are doing that slowly but surely. And you're being called, the challenge is to release everything that came before this period of time for you. This feels deeply resonant, I think, I think you're representing, because you're Aquarius, right? I feel like whenever I read for you, and I've said this often, that there's not as many people who watch Aquarian readings on the tarot world and YouTube, because Aquarians, you already are directly linked with that part of you. You have a soul resonance instinctually, naturally, as a part of your very, zodiac astrology. So you don't necessarily need to be, and I do believe tarot readings are about activation. So I always say, never take a tarot reading and make decisions based on that, because what a tarot reading is meant to do is serve as a catalyst for your own not knowing. So it's where you take the reading in your awareness, in your activations energetically. That's what it's for. So whenever we're guided to a certain reading or a reader, typically, especially if they're coming from the right place, right? There are readers that don't. It's more for, smoke and mirrors, flashy. The true readers who are there working on behalf of the spirit, angelic kingdom, higher octaves of the universe along the hero's journey. This is an activation in and of itself, you watching this, because you're being reminded that you don't necessarily even need this reading, but it's helpful. It's helpful for you to recognize the ways in which you're growing and expanding right now. And it's a time of grief, but also a time of excitement, because I do believe you're being challenged this month to let go of people, part of maybe some of your tribe, that because you just don't align with them anymore, Aquarius. And there's a sadness there. If you've had to say goodbye to certain friends, you're definitely moving away from energies that don't resonate with you anymore, Aquarius. Okay, yeah, you definitely are. Oh, wow. Wow, this is not easy energy, y'all. Ooh, we have the Devil, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Five of Pentacles with the Five of Cups. So this is you recognizing the unhealthy people that you've allowed in your life. And while you're sitting in disappointment, it's time. I feel like you're also, the thing is that when we have these experiences, especially as a spiritual being in this world, it makes you feel really alone sometimes, because no one is at your level. Sometimes when you grow so much spiritually, and that's part of your path, you kind of feel like, where are my people? Like, there's nobody around, because there's nobody that understands what it's like to be in this vibration. More and more of us are awakening on the hero's journey. More and more of us are incorporating that holy wisdom, and we're speaking on behalf of that resonance within us. And I just feel like, you know what? You're not alone, Aquarius, for standing in this really deep spiritual vibration. I think that you've been greatly disappointed by some of the people around you for how they've shown up, right? Serving their own 3D reality. And you could probably tell me many stories of how much you have been disappointed in that, okay? The toxicity of others, the people that you have to turn your back on. And I do feel like this is more than one person, because we're wrapping it up from that. Remember, we talked with that planetarium, seeing almost from a planetary point of view, that it's more about, when you look at the scope of your life and your journey, you're at this really beautiful time of shedding old layers, learning, becoming more wise, being divinely guided, and looking at the patterns in your past so you can heal from them and grow. But the deepest thing I'm seeing is a core wound around feeling abandoned. But when we abandon ourselves by tangoing with people that we are not aligned with, expecting them to rise to meet us, we almost set ourselves up. But it's there for us to serve in our own healing of our wounding, of the abandonment. All right? I know it's just this. It's at plain surfaces. It's the full circle, right, of every lesson that we're going to encounter on this journey of illumination. Okay? I'm proud of you, because you are It's valid. It's valid that you're upset. Why are people even toxic to begin with? Well, they don't want to do the work to heal, and they want to perpetuate these wounds. So it's like at one point you have to say, I have to surrender this contract because it's not serving me at all. They are never going to be XYZ. And if I sit here and expect, their potential to be met here and what I see for them, because I see from a higher perspective in them, it's like you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And I feel like you're like, you know what? I need to take people at face value, around the way they're showing up for me or not, and handle things accordingly from there, which is about healthy boundaries, sticking up for yourself, pulling away from energies that don't serve you, all of that stuff. So this month, I do believe that it's taking you a lot of strength and power of will to release what needs to be released when it comes to other people that you have felt pain around because of the way that you were being treated. But I do believe the opportunity here, the challenge is, can you let go of that and make room so you can welcome in the people that are aligned with you in this new vibration that you're operating from? Because what you don't see coming is this beautiful clarity coming forward. The truth of your path is that you are never truly alone. I mean, case in point, I just showed you in this very reading that I'm not alone here. I'm in my house. I have me and my dog. I just had a conversation with Spirit, please. So just let this reading in and of itself remind you that if you do feel alone, if you feel the pain of separation and disappointment, of abandonment this month, and you're heavily grieving some sort of loss in your life around a situation you knew had to come to an end, Spirit's got you. Spirit's got you. All right. It's the hero's journey, y'all. No one said this was easy. Coming into this world, especially if you are a light worker. Okay. There you go. There you go. I call this kind of inflating the tire. It's like when we get deflated by a situation and then almost like the air even gets sucked out of the room or sucked out of your heart, or even your very soul, because you're dealing with toxic people. And it could be a toxic family situation, toxic friendship situation, toxic work environment, whatever is the toxic place in your life. You're doing a lot of cleanup work this month around that and surrendering it, literally, like letting go. It's not something I can hold on to because it's disrupting my ability to be at peace inside. So what I love about this, what you don't see coming, is this beautiful offering. You are going to feel better and better as this month progresses. Whatever it is that you're leaving behind, you need to be proud of your journey. There's a lot of energy coming in. You could even have a new offer coming in. For those of you, if this has to do with some sort of romantic situation around moving past a potential third-party influence or finding out something, I'm not saying heavy cards of betrayal, just something that you let go on too long. Okay, Aquarius. And you could be experiencing some sort of apology or healing moment with a King of Wands and almost the truth being revealed this month around the situation, that you're going to feel like at least some vindication. I'm getting a very strong vindication in what you don't see coming around the truth of a person or a situation that is now coming to light, because the Ace of Swords always reveals the truth, okay? It's almost the Spirit's giving you a helping hand this month, and I think that you're going to feel some sense of validation and a victory over past events and the wounding that perpetuated. Let's get some advice, and then we're going to get a Spirit Animal Oracle. But Spirit, please lean into Spirit, your practices, your connection. Whenever we go through these painful cycles or these painful epiphanies about the people in our lives that maybe are operating from a lower frequency, yes, it's greatly disappointing, but it teaches you a lot. It teaches you a lot. I could go on and on about it, y'all. I mean, every light worker in the world has difficult people around them for a reason, okay? Just don't get caught up in the drama anymore is the lesson, okay? Yeah. Star, this is the advice. Four of Wands. Nine of Wands. Yeah. It feels like you're reorienting your star to a new trajectory. Some of you are, the Four of Swords is our support system. I'm sorry, Four of Wands is our support system. So while you're going through what I believe to be a deep surrendering around your wounding, around a certain situation, there's a lot of energy that's going to be poured into. Spirit is basically saying, pour your energy into you being a star being, an otherworldly being in this world. You have more support than you realize on your hero's journey. Okay. You have so much support. The Star Nation stands beside you. You have 3D real life people. I'm saying not 3D awareness, but you have people in your life right now that you are calling in. People that are going to step into the holes that were left by the people who you've had to remove. Okay. The spaces are going to be filled, basically. So keep pouring into your hopes, your dreams. This is the renewal of faith on your path, that there are people coming in that will be deeply committed to you, that will help you come out of this phase of healing. I feel like you've got a surrendering of an old chapter and a welcoming of the new chapter, where you're going to have, like I said, the collective is seeing a rise in soul family being reunited at this time. Whether that's romantic or platonic connections, there is a shifting. Who did I tell this to? It's almost like when you watch a play and there's a scene change and you're in a whole new place and there's new characters coming in, okay? Goodness me, there's a lot of planes coming around this morning. So there might even be a journey that you need to go on. Some of you might be guided to go on a trip. So I'd really see any kind of cards indicating that, but that may very well be, I'm just getting an intuitive hit that a trip, planning a trip, or just going on like an overnighter might help you going to a new place, or going to see a friend that you can just, I'm telling you, the people that do resonate with you, that are on your frequency, make all the difference in the world when you're going through a hard time. All right, let's get spirit animal guidance. We've got one piping out. Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Spirit is really trying to get through this month, Aquarius, around sending you so much love and light and support at this time. We have number 41. Look at that. And it's funny. It's not an insect, but doesn't it look like, it's like the amplification of spirit and love all around you, Aquarius. It's like you got to drop away from, you've already got your back turned on a situation. I don't think you're turning back around. I think you're moving on. But it doesn't mean that, those feelings go away. It's going to come in waves. Oracle message. In the darkness of night, Nightingale's spirit sings her song of love and hope, a harbinger of dawn to remind you that the sun will rise again soon. You are so loved, and the illumination song of the Nightingale spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the light. Yes, there is shadow and darkness, but love and prosperity exist everywhere, even in the seeming emptiness of space, darkness, and a starless night. Hearken to the message, letting the music of the Nightingale song remind you that love is all around. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light, renewing your ability to recognize that the spaces that appear empty are filled with love and abundance. Illumination will happen soon. Well, thank you, Fairy Realm. I think you got to go back and see that cricket, but I did get some reprieve there. It was so interesting. Oh, Spirit is always speaking. Sending love. Take care.